Reincarnation of a king long gone, the highest enlightened nigga sitting on top of the sun.
Yo, what is going on YouTube? It's your boy Danny, aka King Bub, and I'm your coach of the one and only Munchlaxster United, and we are here with round 1 playoffs in the WSS against our boy Deebs, aka the coach of the Orlando Mudkips. So I'm gonna be a little bit more quiet this match because it is about 3:30 in the morning right now for me, so you know, can't be too crazy loud, but I'm still gonna be talking to you guys at a good voice so you guys can hear me a real smooth. So we have a pretty challenging player going up against Deebs. He's a very good player. I've seen him, I watched like pretty much all his battles and stuff. He's a good friend of mine. I like his content, so I know how he battles, which is a good advantage, and he has a pretty cool team. So actually, let me open up his full team so I could say his full team out loud so I can tell you guys my prep for this round 1 match. And yes, I'm super pumped to be in playoffs, and hopefully we can do some really good stuff. And I'm telling you guys now that you have to watch this full battle all the way to the end because it's a really good one, guys. Like I'm telling you now, it's an amazing battle. So let me pop this doc up so I can find Deeb's full team right quick. Alright, so he has Mega Charizard, Y, Manphy, Hex. No, he doesn't have Hexers. He has Snorlax, Venomoth, Venusaur, Hitmonlee, Claydol, Ferrothorn, Tentacruel, Steelix, Electabuzz, and Haunter. So pretty threatening team. I thought he was gonna bring Snorlax, Manphy for sure, Claydol, I knew it, Electabuzz, I didn't think he was going to bring Electabuzz, I didn't think he was going to bring Venomoth or Hitmonlee, so it was a possibility for me. I thought instead of Electabuzz and Venomoth, he was going to bring Charizard Y, and what was the other one I thought he was going to bring? Give me 1 second. I literally had a whole list of all the Venusaur, so I thought he was going to bring Venusaur in the sun, because it's pretty scary. Venusaur in the sun does a lot of work, but I guess I do have a good team to check that pretty nicely with Mew and Zapdos, and even Garchomp can do some good work on that. But he does bring the Hitmonlee. I was thinking either Hitmonlee or Ferrothorn to be more defensive or more offensive with Hitmonlee. So we do see the Hitmonlee, but we don't see the Charge Y, which is awesome. And we don't see the Venusaur, which is pretty cool too, pretty cool. So Granbull's gonna have a little better time, even though it's still a Venomoth, which is fine. But let's go into Granbull. So Granbull, we have a fully defensive, full attack invested Granbull to take on Hitmonlee, and we have the Kaiba Berry to take on those poison jabs from Hitmonlee and completely wipe it out with Play Rough if we don't miss, of course, because it does miss, of course. So that is Granbull. Granbull's really, that's his only job here, to take on that Hitmonlee 100%, because I do not want Hitmonlee to just sweep me, because it has that possibility of doing that, because Hitmonlee is pretty scary. You can actually handle it pretty well, but still, with knockoff and maybe I don't know, a crit. You don't know, crits always happen. So Granbull is very nice to handle Hitmonlee, and that's really all it pretty much does against this team. So next we have a Rindo, very kind of mixed bulk Vaporeon. I think it's actually especially defensive with some special attack. We had HP Rock on there to try to take on that Charizard Y. We had a Rindo Berry because we'll be able to eat up a Solar Beam easy, hit it with the HP Rock, and now it's a real easy revenge kill for Mega Glalie or Garchomp. Even Zapdos can come in and take a hit. So that's why I ran this Vaporeon specifically. And once again, Vaporeon, that really was his only job. So now that Charizard Y is not here, it's free to do anything. It has Roar, so I can roar out that that Snorlax, because I was scared of like a curse set with Snorlax, and also I can roar away that Manphy if it does Tail Glow or Calm Mind, and I can eat energy balls pretty nicely, especially with the Rindo Berry. So Vaporeon can freely do a lot of things in this. It could actually take on Venomoth also very well. So Vaporeon is a free agent here this week pretty nicely. So now we have our beast, our top killer, which is Garchomp. Garchomp is running full, well, not full speed, enough speed to outspeed I do believe the Manphy and the Charizard Y, because that's the fastest things he had, besides like Venusaur in the sun. And we are banded Garchomp this week because, as you see, he has no fairies. He did not bring his steel type to resist my dragon type moves. So I'm free to spam Outrage and Dragon Claw. Earthquake Claydol can come in, but it does not take a Dragon Claw too well. Even if it's defensive, it does like 37%, which is pretty well. And we can easily chip away at this freaking Claydol. So Garchomp is our main win condition. This thing has to put in work. It can just do a massive amount of work. It's gonna revenge kill things very easily. As long as stuff isn't Scarf, we should be nice and dandy and good with our Chomper here. So next we have Mega Glalie, also can put in a lot of work. It's really here to take on Manaphy, hit it with a Freeze Dry and get it at a low enough range where either Zapdos or Garchomp can just finish it off for the squad. And also Mega Glalie takes on Venomoth really well, takes on that Claydol, and it just puts a lot of damage to his team. And I think that's a really good job for Glalie this week if he can put it in, hopefully. And Glalie has been doing good this season. I'm very proud of Mega Glalie. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. Mega Glalie, hopefully he can do some damage. We did have HP Fire for that Ferrothorn, but did not bring it. So he didn't bring it, so it's pretty much useless. Alright, so next we have a very specific Mew. The reason I built this Mew was just because I was extremely scared of a Curse-Lax. So I had a Taunt, Super Fang, Soft Boil, Rocks Mew because I did want to put up my Rocks. Because Rocks was really important for me to put up on this team because he did have that Charizard. It does damage the Venomoth very well. He could easily be switching around every now and then, so Mew putting up Rocks was important, and Mew taking on Snorlax, taunting it and just super fanging away with Rocky Helmet. So this was Mew, and I'm very excited. Hopefully Mew can put in some good work and also take on Hitmonlee, take on Claydol because I can taunt it so it can't Toxic me, it can't set up Rocks. It could take on Manaphy, stop it from setting up Calm Minds, Tail Glow. So Mew is a very strong mon in this week, and I'm excited. I'm very excited for Mew. Hopefully Mew can do the work here. And next we have Zapdos. Zapdos was here to take on Chardwai. Chardwai could take on a nice Fire Blast from Chardwai. We do have a good amount of special attack investment. I do believe we had like 200 EVs in special attack, so I can Volt Switch around. I can Air Slash the Venusaur, I can Air Slash the what's this thing called, Venomoth. I can Volt Switch around as long as Claydol doesn't come in, and I can take on that Manaphy very well. We do have a Yachi Berry, so we are bringing out the berries this week with the Rindo Berry on Vaporeon, Kaiba Berry, whatever, on Gramble, and the Yachi Berry on Zapdos. So we're bringing out the berries this week because I had some extra berries laying around, so we got to bring it in. Alright guys, so my main thought was leading up with Zapdos because Zapdos pretty much does very good work against his whole team as a lead. Manaphy can't just have a free setup, Venomoth can't have a free setup, Claydol I can easily switch around, defog its Rocks, I can Air Slash away so I can chip away at the Claydol, so Garchomp can just easily have a good Dragon Claw to hit things around. So I was thinking Zapdos was the best lead, so I do lead off with the boy Zapdos, and he actually leads off with the Venomoth, which is awesome. I was thinking of Volt Switching here, but I'd rather go for the Air Slash because Claydol could be an easy switch in, and I can at least get some damage. But he goes into a Snorlax, which is perfectly fine because we do some good damage here onto this Snorlax. And with that Volt Switch, we already got it at a really low enough range. And I'm gonna go into my Mew, and here's where I have to do some calcs depending on what he does. So he goes for Return, and as we do see, Return does, how much does it do? 49.4% damage. Right away I knew this thing was banded, so right away I knew my Mew set wasn't gonna do as much work because he is not Curse-Lax and he is just a banded Lax. So that wasn't too bad because I could soft boil it. I do have my Rocky Helmet, as we saw it do some damage to Snorlax. Snorlax already at 41%, which is amazing because Snorlax could be scary. A banded Snorlax is scary. I lose Mew, a lot of things can die from it, so I had to keep Mew nice and healthy. But yeah, banded Snorlax, not too bad. So here I just go for the soft board because I wanted to keep myself healthy, and he does switch out Snorlax. I had a feeling he was gonna go into Claydol, but I want to heal myself up. I'm gonna go for Taunt. Either he goes for the Toxic or he goes for the Stealth Rock, so I'm gonna cause a switch there, and I just go for my own Rocks here, which can really work on his team very nice. And here I go into my Vaporeon, easily taking this Sludge Bomb. Luckily I didn't get poisoned, and now he's gonna switch. I go for the Roar here. I probably should have just went for Ice Beam or something like that, because now that I roar him out, I did want to just see what he will go into, get some damage done, but now his Claydol is in and he could set up rocks, which really sucks. But I stay in with my Vaporeon just to get some damage with that Ice Beam, which we do see it do a little bit of damage, and he does Toxic us, which kind of sucks, but that's that. And Vaporeon's actually did some damage to that Claydol, which is very important for Garchomp to be able to clean with Dragon Claw for us, so that's very important. Earthquake, this time he goes for Earthquake, which makes a lot of sense because he does not want to take that damage from the Rocky Helmet. But I just keep going for Soft Boy, but here I decided to go for some damage on this Snorlax, and I go for Super Fang, and we hit that Hitmonlee. So Hitmonlee has low enough range. I didn't go into Gramble here because I had a feeling he was going to go for Poison Jab. I didn't want to lose my berry just yet, so I go into Vaporeon because Vaporeon's not really going to do much. It could take on Venomoth decently well, but it's not going to do much more than that, as he goes for the double kick and Vaporeon goes down, which is perfectly fine with me. Like I said, we don't need it, and now Garchomp can just come in. I know he's not Scarfed, and I could just beat him with the Dragon Claw, and Garchomp gets its 11th kill of the season, first of the match. Manaphy, this freaking monster comes in, so I'm gonna switch into my Zapdos. We are Yachi Berry. I thought he was gonna go for Tail Glow, which would have been scarier than him just going for straight out Ice Beam, because Tail Glow could have had a chance to kill me if he was an offensive Mew. Even through Yachi Berry, Tail Glow, Ice Beam would have done damage. And here I just go for the safe Volt Switch. So I was really debating for a long time if I should Roost, but I did not want to give Manaphy a chance to set up a Tail Glow and just do way too much work to our team. So that's why I decided to just go for the Volt Switch, even though Claydol was a big switch for us, an easy switch for him, but I just really could not risk Manaphy setting up a Tail Glow. Manaphy setting up a Tail Glow would be extremely scary. I did not want it to set up a free Tail Glow on my Roost, so I just went for the Volt Switch to take it on, and he switched into Claydol, which is fine. It's fine because we can easily switch out from the Claydol. I do believe, yeah, I go into Glalie here. I had a feeling he couldn't really hit me too hard with anything, and luckily he does go for the Ice Beam, which Glalie eats up, and now Glalie can just Mega Evolve, and I can just click that strong return, which does so much damage, takes out that Claydol, and Glalie picking up a kill, which is always very nice to see. So his Venomoth coming in on my Glalie 100% tells me that he has to be Scarfed, or he's just really bluffing a Scarf, which could be possible. You know, people do that, they bluff Scarfs, but I did not want to risk it and lose my Glalie. So I do switch into my Zapdos as he goes for a U-turn, which would have done a good amount of damage to Glalie. I don't know if it would have killed, but it would have done a good amount of damage to Glalie. And so I just stack away my Zapdos here because I didn't really need it anymore, as he goes for an HP Ice on my Zapdos. And right here I was just really debating either going into Garchomp or this Gramble here. I decided to go into Gramble because in my head Gramble was not going to do much more to this team. If you look at it, I can intimidate the Snorlax, that's really about it. But I decided to go into Gramble over Garchomp, which it's kind of gonna come in very handy later on, but we scare away this Gramble. I mean, we scare away this Electabuzz. Our Gramble's scaring stuff away, and he goes into our Snorlax, and I go for Play Rough, and Gramble getting a kill very nicely. Gramble putting in massive amount of work this week, which is really lovely to see, because I love Gramble. I said that last week. I love using Gramble. So here I go into my Glalie as he goes for Rain Dance, which is very good for me because now I can shoot out a Freeze Dry and get this Manaphy at a low enough range where my Garchomp can once again come in, just click Earthquake and kill something, because nothing's gonna switch into this monster right here. We are bandits, so even a fully defensive Manaphy is not gonna live this. Garchomp getting second kill of the match, which is awesome, man. I love Garchomp, guys. You gotta try this mon. So here is where we see that his Electabuzz is Scarfed. I had a feeling he had to be Scarfed because he came in on his Electabuzz. He could have came in on his Venomoth, because so far it showed that his Venomoth was Scarfed. I thought his Venomoth was gonna have HP Ice, but I calc that even if his Electabuzz was Scarfed, full modest special attack, it still wouldn't kill me besides a crit with HP Ice. So I just took the chance to take this thing out, and we do take it out very nicely. Garchomp getting 3 kills, and this match is lovely. So here I could have easily switched out, go into Mew, take that Sludge Bomb, and just try to stall out this Venomoth. But the reason I didn't do that is because in case he was not bluffing the Scarf, and I mean in case he was bluffing the Scarf, I did not want to switch into Mew, him set up a Quiver Dance, and I just lose the game, because I would have just lost the game right there and then if he did that. So I played the safe card and stayed in with my Garchomp. And he did outspeed, which proves he is Scarfed, and he takes our Garchomp, which is fine because, like I said, I could not risk him setting up a Quiver Dance because we would have just lost straight out there and then. So, here, I don't know why I went into Mew. He goes for Sludge Bomb. I get poisoned the first Sludge Bomb, and I really can't beat this thing one-on-one because his Sludge Bomb is doing a good amount of damage to where my Softball is not healing up enough for me to really do anything. So this turn he gets a crit, which is fine because I was gonna go for Super Fang anyways because I cannot see myself winning this at all, which is awesome. And here we do see one-on-one a Choice Scarf Venomoth against a Gramble. And as you guys know in the beginning of the video, I said we do have that Cable Berry. That's why I was keeping this Gramble in the bag, making Deeps think that he had the win in the bag. But I calculated everything. I knew I would live a Sludge Bomb with the berry intact, and we do live as long as we don't get crit, which we don't, and that's beautiful. Gramble finishing off the game for us, and this was such a big game for Gramble to bring in this playoff win against the Orlando Mudkips. Because if you guys did not watch last video, I did say I was about to trade Gramble. I decided to keep it. Last week he did some decent work to help us win the match, and this week he just put out all the work to help us win the match. So I'm very proud of Gramble putting in the work, and we do go on to the semi-finals of the WSS. So I'm not gonna say who won in case you guys don't know. You go check it out. But we are gonna be in semi-finals, so hopefully we can make it to the finals. But like I always say, we're gonna take it one step at a time, and we gotta play well because our next opponent is very, very good. So we have to put in all the work possible to win that. So hopefully you guys did enjoy. Hopefully you're proud of us making it to the next round, and hopefully we can take the title at the end. That'll be pretty sweet. So put a hands up for Garchomp also doing so much work, because Garchomp just put in massive amount of work, and now Garchomp is the top kill leader with 13 kills and I think 4 deaths, which is pretty awesome. I love Garchomp. Definitely trying this mon again, so keep your eye out for the Chomper over here. So once again, guys, thank you for watching, and you guys have a beautiful freaking day, and Merry Christmas, because I think this video will be going up Monday, so the day after Christmas. So Merry late Christmas, I guess. Alright guys, peace out. Thank you.
Long way forward, so trust in me. I'll give them shelter like you